So here's a quick video of my 1966 Volkswagen Beetle. I bought it in the end of January. It's now the end of March. It took me about a month and a half of working on it to get it where it is now. It was pretty nasty when I bought it. It's a solid car, but the previous owner had it stored in a shed and wrapped in a tarp, so it was just moldy, and the engine had lichens on it, and it was just all original and pretty nasty. So I refreshed it. It's not a restoration by any means, but I got it nice and safe and sound and roadworthy, and it's nice and clean now, so it's a good driver for what we want to do with it. It is a Euro Beetle, so it was originally sold in Geneva, Switzerland to a gentleman on June 17th, 1966. The previous owner didn't know that, and when I got it home I didn't notice it until I found the original owner's manual and service booklet in it, and it's got the stamps from the original dealer with the VIN number stamped in it and everything, so that was a nice little surprise. Real quick, what I did to it, again, I cleaned it up really good. That's not the original paint. It was originally sea blue. The dashboard is still sea blue, but somebody did a quick spray on it, kind of like an Earl Shives, because you can actually scrape this spray off. But I cleaned it up, polished it, got all the dirt and grime off of it. Some things I did to it. It is still 6 volts, so I'm going to keep it 6 volt for a while. I put a new seal around the gas tank. That's about all I've done up front. I'm going to redo my next list on it is to redo all the front suspension, but did brakes all around. He had some previous work done to before, so the hard lines were done. So I had to change one rubber line. All the wheel cylinders were done, springs, pads, everything in there has been redone. I refreshed it, so I didn't really rebuild a lot of stuff down to tearing everything down, but I did pull the transaxle, I did pull the engine out. They were filthy, so they ran good, but just wanted to get all the grime and everything off of it. So you can see the engine, see all the new stuff on there: coil points, condenser cap, wires, plugs, rotor, fuel pump. The old one was newer, but it wasn't working right. New lines, belt, etc. Rebuilt carburetor. It's got empty exhaust on it now, so I rejetted the carburetor for the empty exhaust. Cleaned it up, painted things. Again, just refreshed it. Really didn't dig into it too much. I did take the heads off and clean them up really good. That was about it. Not too much. The underside of it, you can see, I got all the grime off. It took me a full day to get the transaxle clean because it was so disgusting. You see the new push rod tubes. Rear suspension's been all done, so everything from the brakes inward, bearings, shocks, all the gaskets, all the seals, everything. You see the new boot up there. Changed all the fluids, of course. Rear suspension, I put new bushings on the torsion bar and the swing axle. Painted everything. It's got a little bit of rust. It's not bad by any means. I mean, it's a solid car. You can see it's pretty daggone solid, and it's a good driver. That bolt right there is for the seat belt, because this thing didn't come with seat belts, so I had to put a seat belt in it. Just wanted to make it safe. Not a bad car. It's fun to drive, runs really good. Won't get you anywhere fast, but it's enjoyable. On the inside, I've done all the rubbers around the windows, rebuilt the vent window. The interior, see the new door panels I put in there. The seats I tore down to the springs. I did put the original coconut or reproduction coconut pads in it. That's the original sea blue color the car was. I did the bottom of the back seat. That was it. The top of the back seat's a little more involved. Plus, you can see that the original headliner is pretty nasty, and I want to get that done, so kind of stopped right there. Doors shut really nice. Everything's nice and aligned. Put a roof rack on it. It was actually a reproduction, or it's an empty roof rack, but it was kind of nasty, so I scrubbed it down, redid the wood, painted it, put some luggage on top of it just for fun. But it's a good little car. It's a fun car. But that is my little restoration. Hope you like it.